I'm gonna switch the topic, and I'm just gonna mention one thing about the whole graphics card thing. So the reason why I actually looked into it, because I saw the 3080 drop this week, and I saw people complaining about the fact there's no stock anyway. So it's like it doesn't really matter. And I accidentally came across my old graphics card that's being on sale in one of the online stores. So I bought this card.
How do you know it's yours? Did you put your name?
Well, the model.
It's the same model, it's the same spec, you know. So like, I had a look at it, and it was literally double the price that I bought it for, like for
wow. So graphics card are the new cryptocurrencies.
I'm like, how's this possible? This thing is old. This thing is old. I'm like, I didn't believe people are selling it, and the guys were like, I dropped them the comment and says, no, it's like we only have 2 left. We already sold 12. I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah. So the
it's new gold, guys. It's new gold. It's not even, it's more expensive than gold.
I mean, the reason why there's a shortage is twofold. One is because of the silicone shortage, and the other one is because of crypto mining, right? So these new cards that are coming out, these new NVIDIA cards, some of them are tagged as LHR, which is light hash rate. No.
LHR.
Yeah, it's light hash rate. So in other words, you can't actually use them. You can use them for Ethereum mining, but their hash rate is cut in half. So the new 3080 Ti should be doing just over 100 mega hash. The LHR version only does 50. So that's to try and say that, okay, these cards are more for the gamers, and the non-LH cards are for the LHR cards are for the miners. But who knows?
So just some context. So this is like 3080 Ti, that's, or Ti, as our North American friends say. This is the first time that they're implementing this hash rate limiter on the hardware level. So with the previous cards, they tried to do it on the driver level, and it was basically broken down the next day in terms of like.
But do you know how that happened?
No.
They released the dev version of the driver on the Microsoft development website, and it was the driver version that didn't have the limiter in it. And someone picked it up, downloaded it, spread it across the internet.
Yeah, once it's
bang goes that plan.
Yeah, I didn't know that. This is so interesting. So it was Microsoft that actually like.
No, it was NVIDIA. It was someone at NVIDIA that uploaded the development driver to the development website. So if you were registered as a developer with Microsoft, you could get this developer version.
I'm registered as a developer in Microsoft. I'm registered.
Yeah, exactly. So am I. But I mean, like, it's not like you checking the driver.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So anyway, so someone picked up that this developer's driver, didn't have the limiter on it. So they downloaded it. Ding! No hash limit. But look, there is still a hardware limiter on those cards. Those are the 3060 Ti's. Oh, no, not the Ti's, just the 3060s.
Yeah.
There is a hardware level limiter on it. So that if you put it into a motherboard that doesn't have at least 8 lanes for the PCI slot,
you
can only put one of those cards in there. Because obviously, you know, with a mining rig, you put in
12.
Well, you put multiple in. Yeah. So on some boards, you can put up to, depending on how many lanes, PCI lanes it's got.
Yeah.
That depends on how many 3060 cards you can put at the same time into the motherboard.
But I thought like, you know, once the Bitcoin price crashed, you know, like I thought that, you know, there's going to be plenty of these mining cards on the market.
Well, okay, right? There are two aspects to mining. There's the price of the cryptocurrency, and it's the profitability of the mining. So even though the price goes down, doesn't mean the profitability goes down.
So is it still profitable?
In dollars, well, yes, in dollars, the value's gone down, but the amount of coin that you are earning might stay the same. So if you've, let's say you have paid off your mining hardware, and you're not depending on the money generated from your mining to cover your costs of owning that card. Let's say you took out finance on that card. If let's say your equipment's paid off, even though the price drops, but if the profitability stays at the same level, it's still okay for you to carry on mining. When the price goes back up again, then you're laughing all the way to the bank, because you've earned the coin. You might not have earned the dollar value because the price is depressed at the moment. But listen, there's quite a lot going on at the moment in the crypto mining arena. Yeah, so because the Bitcoin price has dropped. They're talking that it's going to drop down to $25,000 US dollars.
Yeah, people going to lose a lot of money.
Yeah, listen. I mean, some guys say that, some guys said they lost like 800 million or $1 billion on one day. But I mean, the Ethereum price is actually not that bad at the moment. I mean, it's dropped. It was at just over 4,000. It's down at 2,700 now, but it was at 2,700 2 months ago. So it's still at the same level it was 2 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
And before that, it was 2,500 to 3,000, 2,000, 1,700 at the beginning of the year or earlier in the year. So, I mean, Ethereum is bouncing back, but Bitcoin's not.
Do you think Bitcoin is dead in the water?
Well, see, there's a lot of conversations around. So I think a lot of other cryptocurrencies are suffering at the same time as Bitcoin. Ethereum is a little bit shielded from that in the sense that because it's got some utility to it. In other words, Bitcoin, what do you use Bitcoin for?
Just
stored value,
transactional value type of thing.
Well, like stored value, as in because it's limited, so it's like gold, right? So you buy gold. There's a limited supply of gold. There's value in that, so there's stored value in there.
I like that. That's cool. Can we also do that?
Yeah. But
Lester, that was so sweet.
Now the question is, who was that? Yeah, you don't know who that is exactly.
Was that? Yeah, maybe I should call the police. I'm not sure who that was.
Your neighbor? I don't think that was your dog.
Definitely not.
It's not. Nah.
Unless his dog's learned how to walk,
climb stairs, and
climb stairs and walk upright.
Walk on his legs. Yeah.
Yes. And I mean, the other use with Bitcoin is obviously for transactions in some cases, but like not every vendor takes Bitcoin as legal tender. But Ethereum on the other side is they're building applications on that blockchain. So that's where and a lot of those things have been planned to start going live in the next couple of months. So I think that's driving a lot of the value, or why Ethereum is bouncing back a bit.
But do you think like the whole cryptocurrency thing has the trust at the moment, like for people to actually invest in it? Like I'm not talking about speculating. I'm talking about like investing.
Oh, well, look, I suppose with what they call the altcoins. So altcoins is all coins other than Bitcoin. Yeah. So Ethereum is actually an altcoin, but I mean, it's up there. It's the number 2 coin, put it that way. So even though it's an altcoin, you get the other altcoins, which are the ones that have just started, where like they're Doge. Still, like Dogecoin. Dogecoin. Where so that there's still people not sure what is it about. So when you look at these things, I would imagine the best thing you need to do is understand why they've created that cryptocurrency. What is its purpose? Yeah. What problem is it trying to solve? What new opportunities is it trying to benefit from, or that kind of thing? By the way,
isn't like Ethereum is like based? Well, not Ethereum. I'm talking about, isn't NFTs using Ethereum?
Yeah.
Some
so
structural forms.
Yeah. So remember, one of the main things that you can do on Ethereum is smart contracts. Okay. So a smart contract is a digital contract where the parameters around that contract are managed by the blockchain. And the nice thing about that contract is that you can track the history of that. So, and it's secure and it's all that kind of stuff. So NFTs fundamentally is a smart contract around, say, for instance, digital art or music or a collectible of some sort. And so it's a smart contract. So, and then the parameters around that contract is really depends on, like with the NFT, let's say you want the NFT, it's a one-off piece of digital art, or it's a limited series of digital art. That smart contract manages that transaction. So when you sell it, you actually sell it to the person on the blockchain. So the blockchain knows about that, and you can get the history of that.
I have a question. Like, do you think your title deed could be an NFT?
I'm sure it will go that way.
You think so?
Yeah. And I think your home loan and any financial contract in the future, when sort of like the finance world or system goes from where it is now onto the blockchain, into digital kind of currencies and all that, I think all those kind of things will be on there already.
Okay, my next question is, in terms of like, say, Africa, getting onto that tech from the financial standpoint and from like just general operationalizing like title deed NFTs, right? How long it's going to take? Option A, 100 years. Option B, 200. Option 3, 500.
He's not really...
But as soon as the graphic card market sorts itself out, it might speed up.
Well, yeah.
Don't get me started on the whole graphic card.
Yeah, so the Ethereum thing is that at the moment Ethereum is proof of work. So in other words, you rely on mining, whether it be GPU mining or ASICs mining, to process the transactions.
Yeah,
they're going to be going to proof of work soon, either this year or early next year. So in other words, there will be no mining of Ethereum anymore. And then the proof of stake, is what it's going to be called, is basically what you need to do is if you want to be a validator on the system, in other words, to validate the transaction, you would need to stake some Ethereum, 32 Ethereum to stake. And you have the potential of losing that 32 Ethereum if you are not available to do validation.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't fully understand all of it, but
so you need to be online all the time.
So to be a validator, you need to have 99% uptime, I would imagine.
Wow,
if you're not there to validate, then I don't know what the parameters around the staking, because a lot of cryptocurrencies do this. They have this concept of staking, which means that what you do is you stake some of your coin that you've bought of that particular cryptocurrency, and you actually earn interest on that. So in other words, what they'll do, it's like, putting your money in a savings account, and you get some sort of return on that.
Okay.
So over and above that return, you also get the return of the fact that the value of that coin goes up. So so it's like different to, say, like normal money. I put 100 Rand into the bank, and the bank says, I'll give you 6% interest.
Yep.
And that's all you get. And there's compound interest. But with cryptocurrency, when you stake it, it's the same thing. I stake X amount of that cryptocurrency, and they will pay me interest on that. But in addition to that, the value of that coin can also go up. So it's like it's compound, but it's like over and above that kind of thing.
That's interesting.
So a lot of them do that, and the reason why they do the staking is that because that creates, like you were talking, the trust in that coin. So if people are prepared to stake their coin in there, then that obviously props up the cryptocurrency.
That's really cool. Thanks for this is like a very detailed explanation. You're like a coin pro. No, I'm gonna call you a coin master.
Coin master.